Good morning, everybody, from Orlando International Airport. We're not going on a plane. We're going on a train. Brightline's been around here now for at least a year. We've wanted to get on it since it started, but had no reason. Today we have a reason. We're heading over to Doral Golf Course in Miami and taking the train. And we're also gonna take their Super Saver or Saver fare there and take their first class fare back and note the differences. Bacon sculpture. Oh, I'll say this, it is pretty bright. Okay, scanned our tickets, made it through security, and take a quick look around. You have a quick market and you have a premium lounge. We'll hit the premium lounge on the way back in Miami, and I think it also gives us access to this lounge once we arrive back. Our train is on time. It's at 5:50 in the morning. Cute stuff in the Orlando store. Nice. You have a bar. It is 5:35 right now. Perfect name.
Thank you for choosing Brightline and welcome.
Just in time. Not too shabby. They tell you to get here about 20 minutes before your train is about to depart or scheduled to depart. This train has a couple giant dents in it. Premium cars up front, behind the engine. And away we go into peasant land. We'll say like the cheap seats to get down to Miami are like $40 a piece. So what has held us back for a long time is that they have been like $80 in the past, which hasn't been cost effective versus buying gas and staying on site down in Miami. Here we go. So in the cheaper car, we have luggage racks, handicap accessible seating. We're gonna find our seats here. 12C and D. You can see our train is making stops at West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Aventura, and Miami. There are outlets down below. And the tray tables fold out two ways. So you have a little phone stand for you, or if you just have a little beverage, or if you want to break out the full laptop or iPad stand. This is a gigantic tray. And even in culture, the cheaper seats, Super Saver seats, look at this legroom, much better than a train.
Look at it.
Since we're in the Saver seats, we do not have food service that's included. That's one of the perks of the first class travel. So you can still pay for things when you're on the train here. So you can get like a sandwich combo or sandwich snack and drink for $18. Or for breakfast, you get yogurt, muffins, marble loaf, fruit. And they also have extras for sale. So you get a little sleep mask, headphones, playing cards, Tylenol, if you had a really good trip, blanket. There's also plenty of overhead storage too in case you have carry-on bags. There's a definite Amtrak-y type vibe, similar to when I live in New York. We either go down towards DC or up towards Boston. And away we go. 2 minutes past departure time.
Attention Brightline guests and welcome aboard. For your convenience, guests traveling in coaches 2 through 5. You may now order food and beverages directly to your seats by scanning the QR code located at the seat backs. Our team will probably deliver your order so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
I got the breakfast of champions. Alright, so over towards the back, we have a bathroom. It slides to open. It slides to close. There's actually a considerable amount of room in here. Look at this. Selfie mirror. Trash. Toilet. The train moves around a little bit. And there's a baby changing. Coat rack. The sink has the dryers built in right to the faucet.
Palm Beach en breve. Por favor, recoja sus pertenencias. Solo nos detendremos en la estación por un momento.
Welcome to West Palm Beach. We will only be stopped at the station for a moment. Thank you for riding Brightline.
Bienvenidos a West Palm Beach. Solo nos detendremos en la estación por un momento. Gracias por viajar en Brightline.
Good morning, Brightline. Yes, we're currently approaching the Fort Lauderdale station. If this is your destination, please begin gathering your items and moving towards the exit. This is a brief 2-minute stop. We thank you for your cooperation and thank you for choosing Brightline.
Coming up on Aventura. Well, almost to Miami so far. This has been really enjoyable, much better than driving. Not having to worry about traffic or gas or crazy drivers. Yeah, took a nap for a little bit. Not a lot of like captivating stuff to look at, but better to make you nap. And we're exiting. Welcome to Miami. The Miami Brightline station. We'll take a look around a little bit more in detail when we're on our way back later on. Miami. Hey everybody, we're back at Miami Brightline station after a fun day out on the golf course. We're gonna take you guys along. This time around, we have first class, so we have access to the premium lounge. We'll check that out. It's Joe in the Juice. You can check a bag here too. We don't need to do that. It smells so good in here. It smells like a Disney hotel. All right, we made it through security, scanned in. You have Smart Lounge over here. We've got another Mary Mary. Why you bugging? They've got all the stuff on the wall. They also have all the stuff that you can buy, like we saw before, except here they have all this Brightline stuff, which is pretty cool. Brightline hats, Brightline cups. They even have a little kids book and a little toy train. You can get your little railroad hat, Florida map. They also have a water bottle fill station. I like the little design here. All right, we scanned into the premium lounge. You have seats with a nice desk and plugs. And we got like all nice food here too. Thai salad, vegetables, quinoa, plantains, yellow rice, pork. Oh, my favorite, hummus, the pitas. Got like caramel covered churros and fruit and gummies and trail mix, cheese and meats, and crackers. We also have like sodas and waters and also complimentary beers. Also one side is wine, the other side is beer. And you have a coffee machine here too. Chocolate drinks. Not too shabby. Got a pretty awesome view of downtown Miami from here. While we're waiting for our train, check it out across the street. What the heck? So if you didn't pay for the premium lounge or premium seating, you can get other food at the market or at Mary Mary. And you can see at Mary Mary they have a breakfast menu as well as other food items, and it's up on the wall as well. Midday menu. They're also building a food hall here. Ooh, it says new stairway to heaven. We're not going to the Bucks. The train is here. Before we head in for our seats, look what else is in the station. And we get a look at the front of Brightline. Very cool. We're gonna head on in. We're back in. Let's check out the lap of luxury. See, when you're in the Super Saver, you had 2 and 2, and here it's 2 and 1. And we got the seats facing each other. Outlets right here.
Except you need C.
We have A to C plug for these chairs. Now that we're on board, we get the premium menu. Continental breakfast. Or meal served after 11. You get grilled marinated chicken, spring salad, or some small bites, snacks, drinks. Day trip to Miami. So snacks were included. You get drinks, you get candy or salty snacks. And once we clear West Palm Beach, we're gonna get our choice of either spring salad or grilled marinated chicken. They do not substitute sandwiches for either of those two. If you want a sandwich, you gotta pay for that separate still. So keep that in mind if you don't like these items. If you are a picky eater, these may be tricky items for you to eat. I do know quite a few picky eaters in my immediate friend circle. And by the way, the attendants do look for tips, so you may want to have some cash on you because there's not a way to tip outside of cash. And even though the rest of Florida these days seems to be completely cash free, be sure to have some handy. Also, this table slides out and you get a little holster here for your beverage so it doesn't fly away. It's funny going by in the daylight. You can see all of the arms down holding the cars back as we go through these areas because there are so many accidents with cars trying to beat, like you see right here, cars trying to beat the train. Can't beat the train. Once the arm comes down, the other arm's coming down and you're getting stuck, and inevitably the train beats car every time. The sun is setting on South Florida. We've still got about 2 hours to go to be able to get to Orlando.
Like guests, we're currently approaching the West Palm Beach station. If that's your destination, please take this time to gather all your items and move toward a quick stop of 2 minutes. We thank you for your cooperation and thank you for choosing Brightline.
So Mary and I both opted for the chicken instead of the spring salad. And this is it. Looks pretty nice. Check out that piece of salmon in there. And you just like chocolate orange cake as well as that piece of chocolate from Lindt. And surprise, it's all cold. It's not bad. It tastes pretty good.
And follow signs to terminals A, B, and C.
We're back in Orlando.
Thank you for riding Brightline. We look forward to seeing you aboard again soon.
Welcome to Orlando. Alright, so got off the train. Everything's closed inside. It is after 10 p.m., so I guess everything is shut, including the premium lounge, so we can't show you that either, but it was a great trip. Well, we're going to wrap up this trip. Brightline, I'm sorry that I slept on this as long as we did for taking a trip.
Yeah.
But we didn't really have a reason to take a trip. But
It's pretty awesome.
it was great. I would say, if you're looking at value for the saver fare versus the premium fare, I would probably take this train again, like to go down to see the Marlins and the Mets and things. But I would do the saver fare. I don't think the value is there for the premium.
No.
I think the premium lounge is nice, but it's like, some grazing of things and some free sodas and beers and things. You could certainly get value out of the beverages and things like the alcoholic type items. But you could get those items directly also, from either the train or somewhere else beforehand, which like the meal that we had on the way back, I don't think, justified the increase. So the price for the premium ticket was about $108 or so per person that was going on that trip, as compared to you could do like the saver fare for about $40 or $50 or somewhere in that range. So
Yeah.
not worth the extra.
It is not worth the extra at all.
It is very comfortable and it's just a great ride.
It's wonderful.
Like riding on air. It doesn't save any time versus driving. Even though the train goes at some pretty incredible speeds, but it's not saving additional time versus like driving yourself. It's just saving the gas,
Aggravation.
wear and tear in the car, and hassle of having to drive. Although when you get to whatever destination, whether you're coming to Orlando or getting to Miami, you're going to need a way to get to wherever else you're going to.
Wherever your final destination is.
Anyhow, get out of here. Thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great day. See you guys.